2018 has seen a resurgence of Davidson football. From a new head coach to the record-shattering performances on the field, the Wildcats have rejuvenated a fan base and a campus. But not all the record-breaking has taken place on the field. It all started with a couple of defensive players with an eye on making a difference.
What drew me towards Uplifting Athletes is what they stand for and what they're trying to do. So Uplifting Athletes is a nonprofit organization that has chapters nationwide that uses the power of sport, in our case collegiate football, to raise money and awareness for the rare disease community.
With his classmate in tow, George Hatalowich and Kevin Stipe went to an Uplifting Athletes Conference in Atlanta last February, the first building block in a new chapter with Davidson.
He'd been doing a lot of work previously and just kind of came to me with the idea and asked me if I wanted to go, and I was kind of all about it. Once I got there, I kind of talked to everybody. We workshopped with some other guys that established their programs with this organization, and it was really cool to kind of hear not just about their programs, but kind of how we could build ours and do a great chapter at Davidson.
With a new chapter established at Davidson, the Wildcats held a fundraising event within the team, Lift for Life, with the hopes of raising $2,000. It was on that day that the Wildcats' first record under the new era was broken.
And we had roughly about 2.5 weeks to fundraise. So we sent out the link through Pledge It, and we were expecting hopefully to hit our goal within those 2 weeks. Within 48 hours, we raised more than $2,000. So I got on the phone with Brett, and we established a new goal, was roughly about $5,000. And then within the next 72 hours, we crushed that goal.
To have two young men from your program approach you with such an idea and a project, it really began to help me understand really the type of student athletes I was really embarking on working here with at Davidson.
For George, the fight against rare disease hits close to home.
Personally, I was affected through one of my best friends from home. His name was Tommy Clock. He had an uncle, Tommy Kirchhoff, who was a fantastic athlete, played collegiately at Lafayette, and then went on and played with the Eagles for a period of time. And he was affected by being diagnosed with ALS. Just seeing the impact and the troubles his uncle went through and the effect it had on such a great family really kind of hit me deep, and knew that there was a way somehow for me to make a difference.
With a new chapter fully established on campus, the next hope is that the program continues to grow.
We kind of would love to see not just more money kind of pull into our fundraisers, but also more awareness. Because we got out to, we emailed tons of people and asked for donations, and it was, we were blown away by the support that we got. But we would love to kind of see not just who we reach out to, but the community of Davidson kind of come around this idea and really make it grow.
The future is bright for Davidson football, not only on the field, but in the community and in the service of helping others.
And then in regards to where we're trying to progress just as a chapter within these next 3 semesters is just reaching more out into the community and just developing relationships with some of the local Charlotte Children's Hospitals, as well as maybe connecting with some of families that have a member affected by rare diseases and impacting them in some way.
George and Kevin, man, they matched that and then some. And that's exactly who I want to surround our program with. Young men that want to serve. And we talk about it daily with our team. How do we make those around us better? It's something from day one we talked about. We talk about in the locker room, we talk about on the practice field, in the weight room, and so having a project like that early on in the spring, I thought enabled us to really kind of set that tone for what do we want our program to be about. And it's not just going to be about football.